The following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Let's begin the session. I'll set the stage for you. There's a horrible trap room. He's fucked and trapped in Freon, and his environmental suit system is broken. Not that he's noticed that yet. He's currently busy. Soviet is cackling and wringing her hands with glee. Was that what you were doing? No, you were not doing that.
I'm like conscious Soviet.
Spectre was pissed that there was no magic, and Ultra Girl was suffocating to death.
And Skinwalker was holding.
Oh, Skinwalker's like, I am holding this, and on the other side you can hear the slamming noise of many things. Now, this is interrupted when Skinwalker suddenly widens his eyes in a dramatic, uninterruptible scene you can't participate in.
It's box tits. No.
Yes! Ed. See issue, you're fucked. When a large mechanical device, driven by Nazi stormtroopers looking guys at the far end, careens out through the wall at the far end and starts heading towards the block. Its front end, a cone of drilling nasty stabby bits, most of which have lasers on them as well, just so they can cut through everything.
Warm meal.
Releasing chloroform gas as it goes, and projecting an EMP all around it. And it heads straight forward, smashing into the block. But I am going, because Skinwalker's not here, and I'm basically making this happen as a fait accompli, he rolls backwards out of the way, and as the walls begin to crack and fall down around you, trapping you guys in the room, as the machine is kind of jammed in there and starts wiggling backwards, chloroform gas seeping in everywhere. So, what you all gonna do about that?
I'd like to enter a trance.
Is that a good idea where you are right now?
Yep.
Okay.
Okay, right. Well, I'll deal with this first. So exactly what are you doing with this?
We've discussed that.
Oh, you want to pull the trigger on the whole thing, do you?
Yeah.
The trigger on the whole thing.
I don't miss.
Guess they never miss, huh? Okay. That is done. Right, so, you wish to cancel this event and initiate an encounter with Hans Kohler.
Yes. That's
the guy.
did. Yes.
Okay, cool. Fortunately, I've had a bit of forewarning on this, so I've got something decent planned, and it kind of works a little better since Skinwalker's not here, or maybe worse. Okay, so let's see. Right, first things first. Suddenly you are all surprised by the dramatic and timely intervention of nothing. But Soviet's looking on in horror going, "Ah shit, this is all my fault too." And then you hear a voice in your head that says, "Well, you didn't think I'd leave you alone, did you?"
Sorry, man.
And the ceiling bursts open, and the big handsome man in red and white shiny Power Ranger suit slams into the ground. So, then two other figures drop behind him. One is in blue, and the other one is in green. And the one in green makes a silly gesture with his hand as his hat falls off into the fire. Because his costume has a silly hat too. And he spends a hero point, so that time reverses around the machine, sending it back down to the end of the hall, leaving the poor Nazis in front of it. The one in blue spends a hero point and his eyes glow, somehow sharing the information with two other people, and a shit big portal appears where a purple-clad girl does a flying kick past the Nazis, hitting both of them, killing them instantly with her feet. Because that seems very believable.
2 feet, 2 Nazis at work.
Right. Then the guy in blue is vaulted down the hall, over the top of the Nazi machine and into the driver's seat. Whereupon he turns it around and conveniently makes a nice big hole in the trap apparatus and leads up to the final boss area, completely bypassing the entire building full of traps before being like, I can't fence this.
Giant Nazi drill.
Let's just use the cloud atlas to go back and
before they all gather up again, and it's like, yeah, that should pay off the dead psychic guy, and they all leap through the big portal and disappear.
Friends of yours?
Everyone gets a hero point.
Friends of Simons, I think.
The cup's empty. The cup's been emptied.
What?
Where are the hero points?
They've been taken.
Well, I guess you'll just have to note them down on paper because I'm not bringing them back out again.
Right, I'll use this dice. Uno.
I'm looking in case there's any spare ones around.
No, you don't.
Oh. No, alright, so I've got one.
You all have one.
What, does that not include the one we already...
You don't already. I just finished telling everyone that.
Okay.
A silence falls. Oh, did I also mention that when the big guy came down through the roof, he broke that magic rune?
Oh, he came down through the magic runes. So
Meanwhile, on the street, the guy in green spends another hero point to undo time so that the street is not broken anymore, and traffic isn't backed up, and that granny didn't die when they ripped up the floor. And then he turns, he's like, "You owe me a hat."
Why can't you just reach the hat back?
Now the big question is, do you want to follow the main group or the others? Because the night could go two different ways. I have a feeling you will want to resolve your Nazi situation.
Yeah.
Cool.
But like...
So, Star Wars game! No.
So, like, what is the current situation? There
Okay,
were some time shenanigans, sorry.
You are covered in debris
Yep.
down at the in a Freon trap,
Yes.
in a trance.
Yes.
And Skinwalker is in the room going like, what did it... Are they your friends? Do you guys know? Is this team like bigger than I thought? Because they all had like cool outfits and we're all just like shitters. And Bevan's like, yeah, my magic's back, and this is not... I didn't resolve it, so I am the one who was best. And the gamer is still trying to release Ultra Girl from her suffocating to death prison, and Soviet is like, did I just get what was I feel the urge to turn evil and hurt all of you right now, but I'm not gonna. So yeah, you're all just sort of strewn around the place.
Well, I'm still trying to cut her out.
Okay. How you doing that?
The Niffy.
With the knife, but just trying.
Okay, what knife? Do you carry a knife?
No, I found a knife lying around.
You found a knife lying around, did
It's
you?
the utility room!
You found a knife lying around.
No. I'm trying to tear it apart. I've got no knife. I panicked.
I mean, I could see your way to heaven. I mean, the Nazis would have knives.
Yes, but they never went over the side, so where I was.
I mean, you could just get a knife from somewhere, I guess.
Was there just any sharp debris from everything that happened?
Oh, sure. Why not?
So I'm trying to cut her out. Panic.
Okay. How? I kind of need you to tell me how you're doing that.
I'm just trying to.
Okay, so you can't pull away any
No,
to
I'm
get
trying
a...
to get at the extremities down the sides, not trying to stab in the heart, but trying to get cut down the sides and stuff.
Okay, yep. I need a Probably a melee attack.
Can you hit a stump?
Yes, I can. Because it was wrong.
Yeah. Stumps don't have an armor class.
4.
Oh, Jesus!
Yes, I rolled a
Falls aren't
5.
allowed.
It's fighting.
No, I rolled a 5.
It's
Oh.
fighting, right?
Yeah,
Is it
I've
fighting
got neither
involved?
one.
Oh my goodness.
Because you're
Um,
supposed to
you're in terror.
It's so slippy and slick. It's slipping off.
Yeah.
But you were in tarot, weren't you?
No. I hadn't changed forms. So I'm busy trying to do that.
Okay.
Tried everything to try and get her out, but it doesn't work.
Going to try again then, since enough time seems to be passing.
My suit doesn't work, and the EMP happened. I have no
Also, you don't know this is happening.
I'll try again.
You probably just heard a bunch of stuff going on above you. And
Oh, it's slipping off the edge.
I can't
Ultra
get
Girl's trying
Help.
to gesticulate at you. She's just like
I am!
she rolls her eyes.
Just stab, dude. Just stab real hard.
I spiked the ball.
So you're going to put more ice on it.
No, I spike into the ball.
It's not actually a ball anymore. It's a
No, but I mean, like, into the...
Okay.
to try and, like, pop it? Or I know it's, like, tighter around her now.
Okay,
but
cool.
She's
don't
Ultra Girl.
don't bother rolling damage because ice effect equal make tighter.
Even though it's not really a nice effect, it's just a...
Okay, so you wish to change the identifier of your damage type from ice to piercing because
Isn't
it's currently
ice
ice.
Yes.
So game mechanics.
Okay.
That's also very comic books, like.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
There we go. Okay, so you just stab her straight in the stomach.
Yeah.
And it just rips open, and she's and like shriveled balloon away, and she's like, "God, it took you long enough.
Sorry!
Me invincible, it not."
Oh, hug her.
Aw. I mean, you're really getting more out of that than anyone else. So.
This is a wonderful moment and all, but Black Knight's still in the pit.
Oh, good. Can we leave him there?
No.
I mean, it's occurred to all of you, hasn't it?
Well, we'll try and get him out.
Skinwalker's like, "I'll take care of this," and he starts digging through the rubble. Then he reveals it, and he's like, "Who has a rope? I could just rope him out there."
Well, he shot his grappling lines at the ceiling of the block, so maybe there already is rope.
Oh, okay.
There would be 2, yeah.
Cool. Yeah, okay, so he pulls on there and they just reel out and reel out and reel out and reel out.
Yeah.
And he's like, wait a minute. And reel out and clank! And then he pulls it slowly out, having to shift into the buffalo form to do it, but the buffalo's like, nah. And he's like, actually, little help. And
thought it was a buffalo
Ultra Girl
form
just
for me.
stands up. You're still dangling off of her, and she says, yeah, hang on a minute. Lift. Put. Well, he's cold.
That was an experience.
What? I'm just kidding, I can hear you.
What'd he say?
Detach. Put. It's okay. He says, that was an experience.
We have to reboot this thing.
Oh, that
Just
shouldn't
warm
be
it up.
that shouldn't be too hard. He has the controls inside.
Everyone okay?
Do you know your suit's leaking?
That's why I haven't rebooted it.
Okay. Well,
Can you seal that,
yeah.
please?
Do you mind?
What are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna melt shut your cracked bits.
No, but the inside is the problem, not the outside.
Yeah, I know. Or, you could magic it fixed. But because it's a suit floor, you can only do it temporarily.
Does he want
Because
to
magic
try?
repair works.
Does he want to try that, or is that
I don't know, when you ask him. He's over there.
Okay. Well, okay. Did you want me to try? I won't be able to hear him if he replies.
Yeah, just use magic or something. I can't really move right now.
He says, you're very kind to ask, and he'd be very grateful to accept your kind assistance, as he is helpless now.
Really?
No, he actually just really wants to be able to move, so if you could...
Yes, that's him.
See, not even a PR firm can fix you.
Ouch.
Just try and bend the metal back together and try and fix where it's popped, etc. And it's a 16 on the die. If running off magic, or
Yeah, your suit is repaired for an amount of time that
This could be
you don't know.
Okay, I will reboot it then.
Yeah. Okay, so while he's in the midst of rebooting, you hear like some rubble scrabbling down from there, and the sounds of tottering. Eventually, in a black leather lab coat, a bespectacled man with like one of those really weird tech goggles with the numerous different lenses on, totters downstairs plumply in his Nazi hat. And he's like, sir, the traps will have all worked by now, and the intruders will be helpless for my experiments, yay.
What
Nazi
traps?
doctor. Shouldn't we be getting him?
I mean, I would have just got him instead of warning him,
Yeah.
so he had a chance to totter back up the thing going, oh no, if only I could move at a rate beyond what my cane will allow, but alas, my leg and arm were crippled as a young man.
Skinwalker, get him.
Freeze up the
Aha.
entrance behind in front of him.
Skinwalker tackles him through the frozen thing, knocking him out instantly.
What,
Skinwalker or the guy?
Both.
Okay.
The ice came down on Skinwalker, and he's like, white woman!
Skinwalker, are you okay? What happened to him?
And then some rubble falls on him, injuring him enough so that he'll be out of action at the Dr. Wolfman's for the rest of this episode. Look what those Nazis did.
Right, we should see if they're alright, quick.
Well,
Just be careful of any other traps.
No broken bones. Y'all.
It's the condition of the Nazi doctor guy.
Also no broken bones.
He's unconscious.
One would hope.
Has he got any gadgets on him that he could try and free himself with the timer?
He has many scientific instruments.
Or does he have any keys or like access cards or anything like
Yes, he has a red Skullfuhrer access card and a yellow Skullfuhrer access card and a blue Skullfuhrer access card.
that? Oh, he's been around their whole base. We'll take the cards, I assume.
He also has a floppy disk in his pocket marked "The Secret Nazi Plans for the Nazi Cola Facility. Doc."
Oh. You might be able to use that.
Except it's written in German, but since you can read German and you can probably read German, or you can only speak German. And he has like a candy bar and a pack of cigarettes and like a notebook noting down the official laugh times of the week.
Just take the cigarettes and a candy bar out just in case those traps or suicide something, I don't know.
I hate Nazi bases. Everything's so trapped. Skinwalker's not waking up.
He's still alive though, so we'll just put him off to the side and look after him. We need to push through.
How many more people have to be hurt because of me?
Lots.
Is that somebody saying?
No, I just think that's true.
I would say it if I currently had the ability to use the suits.
So Huzzah, we've captured a Nazi doctor. Maybe he can work the brain thing on...
We just trust him to work the brain thing.
Are we just going to fumble around with it?
Well, someone had the manual.
I mean, I'm sure with, you know, some tough people here who could do a lot of damage to him, he'd...
Have a Nazi doctor?
Right, we'll just... Can we go ahead and see if there's anyone else in the rooms?
I don't know if that's a good idea. I was thinking Spectra could use her little...
Yeah, but
Okay, I'll scout ahead in just like the next room. You work out how we're going to bring these two.
What? Seriously?
Ultra Girls.
You can just lift them.
Oh.
One on each shoulder. Or two on the same shoulder.
So I'll generate a couple of drones. It's just so that I've got...
Yeah, it's just a bunch of dead bodies everywhere. They look like they've been run over by some kind of mechanical mulching machine that has lasers on its blades.
Oh god.
That was abandoned and then it disintegrated. Because. As has all the useful equipment in the base except for one. Including the Nazi rocket bikes.
In the bottling plant.
And the bottling plant.
Well, I imagine most of the equipment there is too big to take away.
Black Knight drill mode.
And the APC to flying vehicle conversion kit. And the jetpacks.
Such a senseless loss.
And they're much smaller than his armoured suits that are just as good.
That's very specific.
That are EMP proof.
And all the other rewards that would have gone along with doing the base normally. Yeah, eventually, deep within the base is like this room-sized machine with a chair on it, and a computer, and like a big spinning light thing with a crank handle behind it, and two dead, burly, leather-clad German men who clearly operated it.
Oh, that's the
And by leather-clad, I mean like a muscle thong made of leather with a Nazi emblem on it.
The artists.
That's the thing.
I think we have the only German left alive in this place.
Well, let's get this done then.
Alright, I'm out. More like this.
Everything. Alright, let's go.
Well, your team won,
Okay. That's good.
Yeah.
and then
well,
killed all the Nazis.
Okay.
But not before they could destroy most of their equipment, but they got the machine. But apparently the two guys who operated are also dead. It almost looks like some kind of... If the base is compromised, everyone has to die thing went off.
Okay.
maybe that scientist activated it just before he was going to run away.
No, I don't see any possible way he could have done that.
Could be set up to his fully unconscious. Had that before.
Oh, then why isn't he dead?
We have a scientist.
Oh, yes.
He's under the skinwalker
Yeah.
on.
Shake. Dr. Hans Kohler.
Okay, let's get this stupid stuff out of my head. I'm gonna go sit in
Well, that's going to take a long time.
Just the Nazi stuff.
Well, still, I mean, we have to learn how to use this. We need two burly, oiled men.
Why do we have two early oil?
They clearly work it.
You could do
To be
it.
fair, when I was...
So you want me to be oiled, huh?
Go for it.
Okay. Get me one of their thongs.
What?
I'm joking. I don't think the thongs are an essential part of the machine.
I don't remember them being there when I was hypnotized the first time, but...
Oh, so they were naked then.
No, I mean the burly guys at all.
So there were just some thongs?
Yeah, but you just said that Christophorus was there too, so you're probably preoccupied.
She was the main one who was there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she usually is.
I'm gonna go sit in the chair.
Okay, good. Make sure it's not trapped like in Lethal Weapon 2. It's too late. She's sitting on it. Will she explode? Why would
No,
they
I
do
can't-
that to their own machine?
I can't get up if that's the case.
And there's no bathtub, so you're basically fucked.
Hello, you're alive.
And the Amerikaners! Especially that American! You will never get me to tell you the secret location of my hidden office.
Roll 6.
For,
Finding the secret office.
Changing form.
oh, sure, go ahead.
Hey, blue. So, I am changing into Deus Ex, which actually isn't Deus Ex because I didn't bring that. I brought...
Nazi Supermen are our superiors.
Ah. There's only minor alterations.
Yeah. So, I will come back into the room.
Okay. So everyone just sees this very stern-looking Nazi walk into the room.
I spoke to the
I think you'd do that. I think you would. And a Nazi walks in.
Nazi!
Run, Oberlieutenant. Said the Amerikaners. They're being shit.
They are my prisoners.
Really? Then why are they aggressively handling me?
Oh, it's not too bad.
Very well now. Because you let the space get destroyed.
This is making less sense by the second.
I think he's saying that you failed the Nazis, so...
What? You failed as well.
So how good is your deception? Because
That was, 13.
I'm just gonna stand here and talk, or we're gonna fight.
Suit shuts down.
no, it doesn't.
I know.
Yes, it does.
Does it?
It's what stops moving.
Okay. Fine. He now permanently has the ability to shut you down
No,
whenever he
no.
wants. I mean, if you want to hand that over, then great. Go ahead. I was not aware of it, but sure.
No, it's... I go, your suit shuts down.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see what you're doing here.
Oh no!
Roll deception. He might get a 20.
I rolled... I'll use my hero point.
Okay.
17 plus...
Come on.
6.
It might do it.
23.
Oh. Oh. Sure. I mean, it shouldn't, but sure, whatever. Fucking just do it. Like, haha! Now you will put me down and put on a slave collar, woman, female. Yeah, no, that's not well, no, that's not happening. That's no. I'm just gonna snap his neck. I know it's you, but I'm not putting you down because you failed the Nazi masters.
Yes.
Bullshit.
The space is destroyed. All your men are dead.
Well, as intended. And they will never find the secrets locked in my secret office right behind you with the secret panel that's behind the fire extinguisher. They probably should not have said that. Oh, this is going to be really easy.
Oh wait, it's actually there. I thought you were trying to distract them.
Ja! Das ist the German words for that bitch is
Hey,
titular. That's not even the right use of that word. That's like, you're the worst German.
I will look to where he said it was
Okay.
and activate my
track card
eyes.
defense mode.
Track cards do not have defense mode!
Activate my eyes.
I mean, have you played modern Yu-Gi-Oh? They might.
That's actually a good point. Okay, cool.
Do I see there's actually a room in behind that thing?
I mean, yes.
You, open the room.
So who currently has the key cards and stuff?
Well, who took them?
You did.
I didn't.
I probably did, so...
Thank you.
Fiddle in behind the thing and see if I need to...
Yes, you use all three of them. The panel slides open. What looks like a normal section of wall slides open, revealing a small office with a bunch of filing cabinets and some, like, dog cages.
Empty.
Yes.
Oh no.
Start going through files and folders.
Cool.
Operation Super Nazi.
Well-
Super Nazis.
Well then, unto Gruppenführer, who gets to interrogate this guy and force him to use the machine?
You seem to enjoy it a lot.
You don't want to?
Oh, my suit is off.
You said it was... Oh, it's not...
He's listening, but
Okay. Swivel. Okay, Hans, we need her deprogrammed because she's just like the worst infiltrator and tells secrets to everyone. You think the type of office this is a trap? I know that you are not willingly serving the broken middle finger. And when he finishes screaming, now I need you to reprogram the woman so that she has no longer got any Nazi programming in her. I'm not going to betray the Führer. 1, 2, 3 teeth. When he wakes up, eventually, the doctor will operate the machine. But someone still has to crank the turning things.
I'll go over there and crank the turning thing.
So who's checking to make sure he's doing it right according to the instructions you have found in the office?
Well,
Can I,
I'll
like,
have the
observe?
instructions.
Can I check this while observing?
Yes, but
And I'll be
you
sitting-
can't read the instructions unless you can read
I'll be
German.
reading out down the steps. Step 1. Turn me swizzle uber
It
novel.
really makes this noise. It's got like code words hidden in it. You can't hear with your regular liminal hearing. Okay, I need a check. Who's gonna make the check? And I guess it has to be you.
I can do it, since I should know German in this form.
Okay, you can make the check. Both of you then. It increases
Yeah.
your chances of success.
17 on die.
+2.
Cool. Oh yeah, he's doing it right. Soviet, you feel your mind being ripped apart as you are forced to re-experience everything you have done as a secret Nazi infiltrator. Which includes delivering numerous letters to post boxes around the city detailing every secret you know about this group, including their base locations, everyone's weaknesses, things you have observed in various bases, every single thing about everyone, down to how their powers work, what their names are, their loved ones that you know about.
So when does the wheelbarrow of hero points get dumped on the table for all of us?
It doesn't. Yet.
Oh, that's more annoying than the noise the machine makes.
was iced tea, actually.
I was milkshakes as well.
Oh, really?
Well,
Oh, damn it. And finally leads right up to the last active Nazi thing you did, which was, I believe, to kill a young girl by icing her through the back and then basically murder a party.
Which he failed at.
Well, it wasn't her objective, it was to escape. Which she failed at.
They lied, I got them.
And then you experience severe headaches as parts of your neurology are burnt out through your optic nerve. There. The agonizing reversal process is complete. She will suffer from headaches the rest of her life.
Do it in such a way that she doesn't know.
Yeah, I could, but why would I? Because if you don't, I will slap you so hard your eyeballs will bounce off of Boland. This is going to hurt more.
now, but hurt less later.
10 minutes later, your headache's worse. In fact, cold sets it off even worse. Heat makes it go away a little bit. Try not to think so hard. It should be easy. You're a woman. He'll live. So what are you doing with Nazi McFuck?
What would we do with captured Nazis on American soil?
War Crimes Tribunal.
That sounds fair.
I'm sure the military would love having a Nazi scientist.
3 of his teeth.
Mm-hmm.
But
His
we-
fingers.
I'm not a representative of anyone.
Can I have the... I've just put them back in.
Sure. Terrible iron fillings. You can tell he's an East German. Oh, honey, are you okay? You look like... very messy. The trauma of the experience has caused you to poop yourself. No, that never happens in
It
comics.
never happens in comics. Pee themselves sometimes. Poop themselves never.
Well, she peed before she came, so... Well, oh cool. I guess when you're done fixing him up, I'll go deliver him. I'll see you later. I'll leave you guys to deal with your traumatized friend that you clearly love so much.
More than I deserve.
Are you alright now?
Oh, I killed her.
Yoink, fly.
Killed who?
I killed your sister.
Is this the first he's heard about this? Oh, it is, because you guys hid the thing from him.
Yeah, we didn't say.
You just Sovieted yourself.
What do you mean killed her?
When I was put to sleep, and then I remember now the Red Baroness kicked in again, and I put an ice spike right through the center of her back, and it came out of her chest, and she was dead. And I almost killed Skimwalker, and then Spectre almost died trying to save your sister.
Because magic. Oh.
Yep.
I almost killed you all, except for you.
So the
I remind you, you are still in Nazi Supermen are our superiors mode.
yeah.
Which means you have a very specific set of reactions to this.
Good. Excellent German.
And you can't display emotion.
Yeah.
Is it possible something that personal, though, could make him just
Drop
drop
out.
out?
It's up to him. I don't control how your powers work, except when I do. I
You
realize
could
that.
always make a willpower roll or something to see what would happen, but...
You know, I'd drop out for.
Okay.
Position self between Zapper and Soviet.
Your suit's working now, by the way, because the magic that stops it is gone. It's actually a good ploy. I like that. You can have some bonus XP thrown in for that.
I'll move up to behind Zapper.
Okay.
I need to catch him if he runs.
Hold on. Sorry. You guys said that nothing happened. Right?
The answer to a 17-year-old girl now.
You do realise that something's taken over my body now. Yes. So, when I was talking to her, there was something off. I just couldn't pick it. But this would explain a lot.
This would also explain that thing she did in the car.
It explains how what now. We haven't resolved this. It wasn't your fault.
It was. This was all my fault. This is why it happened in the first place.
Look, if we're gonna be pointing fingers, then it's my fault because I saved your life. That's not how this works at all.
But it happened before the Nazi thing.
That's your base alarm.
Oh shit! Right, the base alarm's going off. We gotta go.
Beep beep. Beep beep. That's your communicator.
Gonna turn it on.
Sorry, sir, that was me.
Oh.
I came downstairs without using the redonoculator or whatever the hell that lever is.
Oh. Thanks, Charles. So there's nothing wrong.
Not so far, sir. Oh dear. The Russian girl is missing.
Yeah, we have her.
Oh, very good, sir. Sorry about that.
Thanks, Charles.
I have to go.
No.
No, you have to sit there and let me have a look at your headache.
Yes.
Okay.
It's minor compared to everything else.
Well, the headache I can help with. And everything else just baby steps.
Nazis know everything.
Well, they are great.
How much everything?
Everything I know, they know. They know who you really are. They know who you really are. They know who you really are.
They knew who I really was anyway.
Okay, but how much of that might still just be here and not spread through the rest of their network?
Well,
I sent them messages.
I'll go have a look at the computer system.
What?
The system, the computer system.
No, this is a very old style base.
I'll look at the files.
They have like a manual cipher machine and typewriter.
Does it have all the latest?
Yeah, that's wrong.
Okay, so you're looking through the like filing cabinets.
Filing cabinets for
Okay, give me a basic search check. DC's 5, so basically you don't get a 1. Cool. Yeah, you find there's like a special courier bag diplomatic package that's just got all of the things she's sent, which she can identify as like, yes, I did that. That's the first one I sent, and this blah 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 moo 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 moo, and that's the last one I just sent the other day.
Does it list the Anthony Smile stuff?
Yeah, it's got all of it. Not that you'll be reading that because it's in German.
and I grabbed it all.
Yeah.
So this is all the stuff. Would you like to destroy it?
The envelopes are still there, and the courier package is like dated for sending like in a week.
Yep.
So, and the base had, from what you can tell, has never had a long distance radio.
I want Bevan to burn them all.
Just snap your fingers, yo.
Alright.
Ash. Except for one which flies out the window, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar with stitches around his head grabs it, and he's like, cool, now I know things about Black Knight and where his base is. The filing cabinets will also list, like, there's a personnel list of the base personnel and agents in the city who answer to the base personnel and how to contact them. But it's in German.
Awesome.
Right, so what of all of this do we need to get to the authorities or just destroy so nobody has it?
Authorities? No, I need you to tell me what all this information is so we can do something.
Yeah, you're the superheroes here, dude.
And we can pass it on to Mr. X as well.
Right.
Oh yeah, we need to tell this machine's here.
Oh
Yeah, we need to
you can give him a machine
That
to
was the
replace the
plan.
one you broke.
First, we should get out of here. But
You could shrink it.
doesn't quite work that way.
It doesn't shrink for long.
You can drink a portion of it, a bit of it.
Because we can just use air communicators to communicate with Mr. X, right?
Yeah, you just switch it onto the X
I'll
frequency.
switch it onto the X frequency.
Yes,
We've secured a Nazi hypnotizing machine.
I'm filled with joy. I've never been so happy.
I thought you might want it after what happened to the last one.
Oh, I want it. It is in the Nazi cola bottling plant.
Ask him if he wants a scientist.
Do you want a scientist too?
I think the military will want a scientist. Which is, by the way, where he is right now.
Yeah. There are also a number of documents here on agents in the city and ways to contact them that we're working through.
I assume you'll be wanting to handle this yourselves.
Yeah. Just letting you know about the machine.
If there's any way I can help you in this incredibly important operation, let me know.
No problem.
He hangs up. Then you get a call back. Haha.
I
He
hang
hangs
up and then blah, blah, blah.
You find you can't.
Since while he's doing that, I'll just have broken out one of the pieces of paper I already have, and it's just be Nazi agent, and over here at this list, people that are being mind controlled.
Some of them are willing.
No, but it's just separating out actual Nazi agent being pressured into it.
Yeah.
Is there any names that are recognisable?
Well, give me a roll check to see how.
I'll do it too, because I might recognise names you don't.
Oh, damn it.
What does it go off? Just
So unless they're celebrities, I probably wouldn't know them, but I'll just be.
What is it? Oh, it's a. What is it? Is it just a roll?
Investigation.
Oh. 25.
21.
Psst, isn't an answer.
It was a one.
That's the
three,
best
so-
answer.
You doing this too?
As well.
Because we all might know different people, so it makes sense, right?
Yeah,
That's all to try.
it's like 12, 13.
Yeah, no one you recognize immediately as anyone personally related to any of you.
No, you went running deer. Or...
No you and running
So
deer.
no one in the media.
No.
I'm guessing that's like super high profile.
Well, I mean, how many people in the media do you know, really?
Not personally, but I mean people you see on TV,
If
like
you're
Rob
like-
Mahogany.
Oh, none of the
If you like
TV.
have an excuse for it.
I have a lot of like. I've been checking through for like people that were important in the other timeline.
Oh, okay. Give me a separate roll for that.
Investigation as well.
Yes, indeed. DC's 40.
I did not make a DC 40 check.
Oh, damn, that's unfortunate. Maybe something will come to you later.
Right, we need to leave. We've got nothing else. We want to look for anything else around here?
A quick search will reveal that everything's fucked, right?
Yes, it will.
No, I don't think we can salvage any of the equipment in this base.
We need to get back to your base so I can...
Dr. River.
Yes, we need... You didn't... It wasn't you.
It was.
That's not how that works.
Doesn't work that way.
Not how that works.
How many of the are the files fast
Oh,
enough to
I'm
process?
sorry. You do actually find one thing in the extra in the office.
Oh?
Oh,
Hey, another one.
Who
No.
doesn't have one?
This one's for you, Xander.
Actually, it's the
Your
one
one.
star.
Oh.
It's hers. She gave it over.
Ah.
I put it in my cleavage.
Is there anything other technology-wise that she handed over?
Your old communicators. There's one of them, so they know all that frequencies thing. There's a map, but you burn that.
Yep.
Your old game case. Remember, you got a new armored
Yeah.
one. She somehow has that. A complete diagram of his base that went up in flames was there.
Yep.
There's also like a couple of things he had lying around on a workbench that he was working on that have been handed over, which you now have back. Just like minor bits and pieces.
No, I thought I lost this.
Some of Skinwalker's feathers. Yeah. A melted tub of ice cream.
Yeah.
Must have seemed important at the time.
I just give them anything that I considered to be important.
Did you give them your goldfish?
Oh yeah, there's also a plastic card which is like a cloned duplicate of his SmartTech access card.
Is it exactly the same?
No, it's inferior materials, but it's like you recognize the design, what it's supposed to be.
Why did you even get this?
How did I get this?
She took it at one point when she was around at your place, got it, took it to them, they did a quick thing with magic science, who knows, and then you returned it within half an hour.
What's worse, you got your own later on.
There'll be a copy of that too.
Beta one?
No, it's same level grade.
I want to police up the things that I need to finish tracing, writing down this list of all of the things.
We take it with us, anyway.
Yeah, so taking that with me and any kind of personal journals or anything he left behind us. So it's like, what was he doing here?
Okay, cool. Yep, you police all of that up, you put it in a bag.
Yeah, place that
There's like a Nazi duffel bag, soldier duffel bag you can have. But just put it in there.
Pick up Skinwalker.
Cool. Cool. Cool.
Somos Moraware, I Piscan is this, I like boom doo doo. It is more like me, and me is like.
There's only one way to stop Labor's taxes.
Kill them.